Thank you so much for joining us for this head spa and facial treatment. So with all of my sessions, I usually like to begin with some aromatherapy. Tonight I'm just simply using some lavender for Carmie. She told me she very much enjoys the aroma, and I thought it was quite fitting for her session as well. Just light my tea light for my hair oil for a bit later. And I'm going to begin with some exfoliation on Courtney's scalp whilst it's still dry. And this is just going to help loosen up that build-up of dead skin cells on the surface layer of the scalp. And I like to begin some, not all, of my head spa sessions with using a soft to medium brush against the scalp, because it feels really nice, and also it does such a good job of lifting all of those surface layer obstacles in our way to then be able to get down to the healthy skin on the scalp and nourish. Okay, so I'm going to move on and begin her facial, and I am using the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse to begin with. would say I use this in 95% of my facials now because it's just such a wonderful product. It smells beautiful and the consistency feels very light on the skin. And even if you have oily skin, do not be afraid to use an oil or a balm as a pre-cleanse for your skin. It's not going to make your skin more oily, it's not going to enter your pores and stay there. It's really going to help lift away those oils and all of the pollutants on the surface layer of your skin. Taking a moment to press them into Courtney's shoulders to cool down a little. And I'll then very gently wipe that cleansing oil away from Courtney's face and neck. And I'm actually going to use this rose micellar water as a surface layer for my next product. The skin has to be damp for my exfoliator, and instead of using plain water, I love to use this very gentle rose toner. It smells amazing and it leaves the skin to a degree of dampness for my next product. And that product is the Glowing Skin Oxygen Peel by Temple Spa. I'd say you only need about 2 pumps of this product. And what you have to do is you first have to distribute it over the face, and you then just very lightly place it over the skin. You don't massage it in to begin with. You're literally just making sure it's covering the face. And in doing this, you're activating the product, so it is activating with the moisture you put on the face with the micellar water. And as you can see, it begins to bubble up and it creates tingly bubbles on the skin that just pop. So it's an oxygenated foam and it has glycolic acid within it, so it just really helps to exfoliate the skin on a deeper level. And whilst that is gently bubbling and popping on Courtney's face, I'm going to give her a relaxing and gentle scalp massage for a few moments. I like to use my full face cloths for the removal of this product because this is a microfiber cloth and it manages to cling better to products like this. So gently taking a moment to press it into the skin, and I'll then very gently wipe it away from Courtney's face. And I have been using this exfoliator on my own skin for about a year now, and I can honestly say it has made such a difference to both the texture and the look of my skin. I just love it so much. So I'm going to take a little bit more of the rose toner now. And I'm actually going to use it for its purpose. So toners are designed to neutralize the skin and bring them back within the normal pH range. And this is because you don't want to apply anything onto unbalanced skin, because that's when you can start having irritation, you can start having reactions, or the products that you place on the skin afterwards just simply will not be able to do the job. So I have this beautiful tea broth. How's that feel? And it's very warm, so it feels really nice on the scalp. And this herbal broth is a mixture of rosemary, hibiscus and chamomile, and the smell of this is just divine. I did also put about 10 drops of jojoba oil within this blend as well, but I wanted it to be more of a herbal tea than an oil solution, so I didn't go too crazy on the oil. And because oil is heavier than the tea solution, it managed to fall to the bottom, so I've just placed the remainder of that solution onto my hands. I'm gently running it over Courtney's scalp and through her hair. So I'm going to start my first shampoo cleanse, and I'm using a clarifying shampoo. This one is rosemary and it is beautiful. The smells are just amazing. So I've just distributed that. And I'll then go on to vigorously massage that into Courtney's scalp to begin with. And then go on to perform more effleurage movements around the scalp. Making sure to massage the crown of the scalp as well, because this area can be overlooked. So I've turned Courtney to the side now, and I'm making sure to cleanse the back of the scalp as well. I do like to be a little bit slower in this area because I feel like this is the area where you can really relax the client, because you have the neck and the base of the scalp, which feels amazing when it's being lightly massaged. And I'll just turn it to the other side. And again, I'll repeat the same process, making sure to thoroughly cleanse the back of the scalp as well. And for this particular head spa, I have these dried rose petals. Again, Courtney said she loves floral things, so I wanted to use this for her tonight. And they smell amazing as well. So pretty. So I've taken a really big handful, and this is harder than it looks, by the way, but I'm going to try and place some pretty rose petals over Courtney's scalp, and we'll just let some fall into the water because it will just give the water that beautiful aroma as well. I'm now going to perform a very gentle eye massage for Courtney with the Kaizo eye candy. So I've just taken some on both my index fingers, and I'm just going to lightly place it all around her orbital bone. And the trick to massaging eye products into the under eye area is not directly starting on the under eye area. You want to go a little bit below that, because when you add pressure to the product, it can be forced into the eye, and you do not want that. So I always start just above the cheekbone, and that in itself gradually pushes that beautiful product into the under eye area. And I'll then use the circular 8 movement around her eyes, just to finish massaging that wonderful product into the eye area. Okay, so we've now got the nicest part of the head spa, in my opinion, and that is the halo ring. And every single client loves this part because it just feels so wonderful on the scalp, and the warmth of the water and just the relaxation elements feel very unique. It's hard to describe until you've actually had a head spa. this is also where a lot of my clients will open their eyes for a moment because they're very intrigued as to what is being placed over their scalp. For a few moments, I'm going to gently massage around Courtney's ears and her neck and the tops of her shoulders as well, and I'm using the warmth of the water to warm my hands and then massage her muscles around her neck and her shoulders. And the water allows my hands to easily glide over her skin as well. I'm now going to take my second shampoo, and this one is Rose and Geranium. And just like before, I'm going to take a few moments to begin to massage this shampoo into Courtney's scalp. Just lightly supporting the her head whilst I do this as well. And I'm actually using the length of her hair to help me with this because it has absorbed the water within the basin now. So it will allow for a more foamier shampoo on the second shampoo cleanse. Usually with the first shampoo you won't get that beautiful lathery consistency because it's just got too much to do. It's got to tackle all of the residue on the scalp, whereas by the time the second cleanse is being performed it doesn't have as much to break down and fight against, so you get that lovely bubbly lathering consistency. And for some scalp stimulation I like to run my nails through the hair, and this creates air pockets within the hair, which is really good to make sure that the shampoo is getting to the lower levels of the hair as well. I'm now taking an intensive conditioner, and I've taken quite a lot because Courtney's hair is quite long. This is quite a heavy conditioner, so I'm not going to place it directly onto the scalp. So I'm making sure to work it through all of the strands of Courtney's hair. And just with the remainder of the conditioner on my hands, I will then take a moment to gently massage that into Courtney's scalp. So, my advice would be for brushing wet hair. If it looks to be going through just the ends very easily, then just gently run it through a few times because it will help you a bit later. However, if it's not going through easily, do not attempt it. Just leave it until it's dry. And I'm going to finish with a slow and pressured scalp massage for a few moments. And because it's night time, I'm going to use this wonderful facial oil by Kaizo Beauty. And I've taken more than a generous amount because I'm wanting to place this onto her décolletage as well. I would definitely say to use a light oil at night time. Personally, I have a nighttime oil which has retinol within it, and I find that this is a great way to introduce retinol into my nighttime facial routine. My skin is very sensitive and does react very easily, but does calm down within a few hours. So personally, I like to use my acids or retinols at night because it can then do a really good job absorbing into my skin, and by the time I wake up in the morning my skin just looks absolutely amazing, and it's had that time to calm down as well. I tend to gravitate towards more gentle products in the morning time, and I like to keep my facial routine extremely basic in the morning. I'm now just gently performing some gentle sweeps over Carmie's face. Just to very lightly massage this oil into her skin. And we're always gently massaging outwards on the face to the direction of the lymph nodes. And I'll just wrap Courtney's hair in a nice warm towel now. And take a moment to just gently run my hands over her scalp, just to let her know her treatment is coming to an end. I also love the sound of my hands against towels. It just sounds like waves in the ocean. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. A big thank you to Courtney for being my beautiful model as well. It's been really nice to pamper her tonight. If you've enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing and maybe leave a comment if you wish as well. It's always nice to hear from you. But until next time, please take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.